I'm Peggy, a proud Amerindian to be here. I'm from Region 9. My question to you this afternoon is the hinterland is different very much from the coast economically. At present, the education curriculum is basically for youths on the coast. Is it possible that the government could develop a separate system for the youths in the hinterlands to introduce subjects like the earth science, agriculture science, which would boost the economy in the Amerindian communities?
Yeah. Actually, another bill that is lying in the parliament that I also mentioned when I prorogued the parliament was the education bill. It's a bill to modernize our education and to take all of those things that you've said into consideration for us to look at all of these different areas, the needs, and make our education system more relevant to the needs of the various communities that we have. We're doing some of that in practice. For instance, now we have managed to get the CXC people to agree that Portuguese will be one of the CXC examination, not from this year, but possibly from next year. Portuguese will be one of the subjects that we're writing. And you know that we border Brazil. Brazil is one of the largest economies in the world, and we think that we can have synergies with Brazil in that regard in the areas where they operate. But I must say that I am very much pleased with some of the work that has been taking place in the Amerindian community. You know, they hardly had schools and proper schools when we were there. Now we have schools, nursery and primary schools in every single village in the Amerindian community in all the regions of our country. We provide free textbooks for our kids in school, free exercise books. We provide also, we build secondary schools now with dormitories, and we provide all the meals for our children to stay in school. That is why we have now, Guyana has the lowest dropout rates of kids from school in the Caribbean and the rest of South America. And we also have the highest enrollment rate in the whole of the Caribbean and South America as far as nursery education is concerned. That's a fantastic achievement for a small country like ours, of what we have done. So we have satisfied a lot of the social needs in the Amerindian community. We want to move towards helping the economy to work with the education system, as you mentioned, that we can look at the relevant skills that are needed. Right now, we want to start a technical institute in St. Ignatius. While we are waiting to build a building to have the technical institute, we want to use after-school hours at the St. Ignatius Secondary School to put in technical education in the afternoon so young people can go and get technical skills. We also have a lot of other programs. We just had a program by the Ministry of Labor, passing people from Camarang to Lethem to different areas where they're training young people. This was really directed at young people who dropped out of school previously, giving them education in mechanics, electrical work, in heavy-duty operators, and skills like that. And when they graduate, we give them tools so that they can be employable. Many of them we attach to companies, and a lot of them, the companies keep them when they're working. In the Amerindian community too, that is the focus that we're looking at, the areas where they have great possibilities in mining education in mining, in forestry, in those kind of areas to develop the skills, furniture making, many other things that we can do, focus on, to bring the education level more relevant and to help them to have a better skill to survive in these difficult times. Unfortunately, the whole capital budget of the agriculture is very important in those areas too, and to add value to the agricultural products that they have. But the whole capital budget was cut by the opposition in this last parliament. And it is precisely when we put back that, based on the decision of the Chief Justice, that the opposition moved the no confidence motion in the National Assembly. So we have, all of these are plans, all the equipment that we help the village to improve the village economy, the tractors, the trailer, the plows, the transportation assistance, all of that, the solar panel assistance for the people in the interior, all of those things the opposition wanted to cut. And when we put them back into the budget, that's when they moved the no confidence motion. So yes, I agree with you. There is need to make the education system, and that's the direction we're going with the new bill tabled in the National Assembly, to make the education system more relevant to creation of jobs for our people, and to make our country more attractive to investors to come in and invest, so that we can create the employment possibility and move our country forward.